Got a recruit update for you. Four-star Jacob Weber, small forward, 6'6" wing. 24/7 has him outside the top 100, but most services have him as a consensus like top 80, top 90 player in this class of 2026. Jacob Weber has set two official visits. He will be visiting Purdue at the end of August, final weekend in August, and then Tennessee in early September. Purdue and Tennessee, the two schools that Jacob Weber has locked in on. This reporting comes to us courtesy of the GOAT, Joe Tipton. I think we've done a Jacob Weber video before when he started hearing from certain schools a little bit ago. But if you are new to Jacob Weber or looking at this like, hey, who's that? Some of the schools that have prioritized him early: Creighton, Cincinnati, Nebraska, Purdue, Washington, and now Tennessee getting in the mix as well. Important to note here, Cart, Jacob Weber is going to play at La Lu this year. He has flipped from, I believe he was playing in Nebraska, and he will be playing his final year of high school basketball at La Lumiere in the state of Indiana, a feeder school that has certainly sent a lot of players all around the country, but many to some of the premier programs in the Big Ten. So, yeah, updates here. Purdue and Tennessee in the mix for Jacob Weber. Have you discussed Jacob on the channel before? What are your overall thoughts on Jacob Weber's game?
So I don't think I was on the initial Jacob Weber video, but I'm still getting adjusted to War Chest new paint, where you don't look at a list where you don't see Purdue anymore. That's really crazy to me. I know I talked about a kid that possibly had like they had a brother or a father or something that was possibly on um Tennessee staff, but that might have been another kid I think I was speaking on. But yeah, I think that Jacob Weber is. I'm very interested to see what his year looks like with Lalu. I do think he did some good things on the Adidas circuit. He's able to get buckets, and he's got like the little classic like rock you little hezzy pull up game to him. It'd be interesting to see. I can see his fit with both Purdue and Tennessee. I must say, but with all the guards that Purdue's in on, it's interesting like where guys like Jacob Weber would necessarily see a vision to play and or fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I find it interesting the two schools he's looking at are two schools that have had a lot of recent year success with the archetype that I think Jacob Weber maps to, which is just total dead-eye elite shooter. Now, it's interesting thinking Purdue versus Tennessee in terms of like maybe what is their pitch, because Purdue likes to compare guards of all shapes and sizes to their superstar guards. Who's the next Braden? Who's the next Carson Edwards? Who's the next Jaden Ivey? Weren't they telling who was the recruit yesterday that they were saying you can play the Jaden Ivey role?
Oh, damn, what's his name? Why are we getting this?
Already forgetting. I don't know.
No, Brandon Bass Jr.
Brandon, but yes. So they're pitching everybody and their mama at Purdue on come be Carson, Braden, or Jaden. This one, I gotta imagine if you're Jacob Weber and you're picking up the phone from PJ Thompson or Paint, it's Cumbie Fletcher Lawyer. It is like one for one. That's how you would be used, right? You would be a 6'6" shooting guard that we run actions for to catch and shoot from everywhere. I think Brian Newbert had a write up last week, which was really good on Jacob Weber. This was before I knew he was going to visit Tennessee. But man, very praiseworthy here. He said Jacob Weber is an absolutely elite game wrecker of a 3-point shooter. I mean, that's one of my favorite sentences ever been written about a recruit. And I think it's real. Like, this kid can shoot off balance. He can shoot with a hand in his face. He can shoot from range, from the logo. He can run off screens. He can catch and shoot and stand in the corner. He's just a prolific shooter. And, further down, he's talked about he's Sasha Stefanovic in David Teague's body. But just to be clear, those are the types of comps we're giving this player if you're Purdue. It's not come be Carson. It's not just pull up from any. It's you're going to play our shooting specialist role, which makes it interesting that Tennessee's here because Tennessee may view him exactly the same, but it's a different pitch at Tennessee, I think, given what Rick Barnes has done these last couple years. Rick Barnes' prolific shooters are Dalton Connect, or Chaz Lanier. He's bringing in prolific shooters to basically carry an offense, right? We are running all of our half court actions through one guy we want to take 20 shots a game. And he might just be a shooter, but he's going to lead us in scoring and do everything. Whereas the pitch from Purdue, I feel like, is more you're going to be a complementary piece. We're going to run great stuff for you. But that would make it interesting for me. If I'm a Purdue fan thinking, like, oh, yeah, we're going to have a great shot at this kid. I don't love seeing Tennessee as the other school that's getting a visit because it's one of the only places in the country I think might have a more interesting pitch for a shooter right now than Purdue.
Yeah, also probably maybe more of a clear path for minutes too.
Yeah.
If you think, I mean, I just think that, Purdue right now is, with their retention they're going to have, they're going to be kind of buried with guards and wings.
Yeah.
Now, you always need more. Don't get me wrong. You don't want to lax in recruiting or anything like that. And um, the allure of playing with other good guards and point guards that would be at Purdue, I think too, would be enticing. But yeah, it's interesting. If they want to go shooter for shooter pitch, it's like, okay, come be Fletch. Oh well, come be Dalton, which would be a lie. He's not Dalton Connect, but you know what I'm saying? Like that type of pitch.
Yeah, right. Now, yeah, again, you kind of have to decipher what's delusion versus what's real. It's going to be a
Mhm.
lot easier for Jacob Weber to be Fletcher Lawyer than it is to be Dalton Connect. And maybe he is, I don't know, high IQ enough to realize that. But interesting pitches for sure. If these two are going head to head, Rick Barnes versus Matt Painter. How important is the La Lumiere thing? He's going to play his last year of prep ball in the state of Indiana. Lalu sent a lot of players to your program. Michigan State certainly has sent some. Jordan Poole went to Michigan from Lalu. So I'm excited to watch him at Lalu. They get a lot of nationally televised games and excited to see what he looks like. But is that going to swing things in Purdue's favor, you think?
I think having them close will definitely be an advantage. It's definitely closer than a Tennessee, I must say. So yeah, I do think it will play an advantage if Purdue doesn't want to be heavy on him. You know who's going to be his backcourt mate at Lalu?
Who's that?
Jonathan Sanderson.
Ooh.
I'm surprised Shrews isn't in on this kid.
Yeah. Maybe still time. Maybe.
Yeah, I maybe a little sneaky little something to come out of the end of that. But yeah, I think getting a kid like Weber on a bigger stage to knock down shots. I mean, you know, honestly, look to your team. Maybe not the same similar player, but a player that I think goes to a prep level school and shows the ability to be a bucket and a shooter, like a winner's Grady type. I
Yeah.
think Jacob Weber could have that same type of role with Lalalu.
Winters is coming.
Yeah, now Jacob is
Yeah.
here.
Weber's is coming. Kind of like the name Weber.
Weber,
Yeah. Webby. Webbo.
Weber,
Yeah. I was trying to think who's the last Lalu Purdue kid? Jaden Ivey
Jay
was,
Ivy. Yeah.
but it's been a while since Jaden Ivey. Are they historically like a get a lot of Lalu pipeline kids or no?
No, no, they're not. Which is, there's been like some Indiana verse. I don't even know if it's just Purdue. Like I feel like I've heard like rumors of just like La Lu's necessarily connection to Indiana schools.
Okay, yeah, I have this. It says under Coach Painter, three recruits from La Lumiere have come to Purdue. Rafael Davis, Jay Simpson, who had a heart condition that ended his career, and then Jaden Ivey. So not as many as you might think, but still certainly a factor in Purdue's favor. Let's just call it what it is. Head to head, Purdue versus Tennessee. Who gets Jacob Weber if these are the two schools that he ends up taking to the finish line?
I'm gonna say, oh, I'm gonna say Purdue.
Yeah, it feels like that's the better outcome for Jacob. I'm actually going to do something I don't think I've ever done in Purdue recruiting coverage here. I think Tennessee will get him because I think Purdue will back off.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think Purdue is recruiting so many good guards and wings that they're going to get a couple to bite and they're going to say, you know what, we don't need Jacob Weber.
fair.
If they get him, they should be thrilled. But I don't know. Kind of feels like the prep school move could be a let me drag out my recruitment move. He's not setting up like five visits right now. He's setting two. Might want to wait and see. Let's get into the season a little bit, and then Purdue's going to start getting kids to bite and just be like, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, I can see that.